over 100 healthcare workers and patients were abducted from Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis and placed in captivity, where Palestinians have reported beatings, torture, rape, sexual abuse, mass executions, and in at least one horrifying case, execution by being crushed by tanks and bulldozers. And we continue to watch the bombs and airstrikes raining down on Gaza and Rafah, which have murdered over 30,000 and left thousands more buried under the rubble. And now, the Zionist entity threatens to launch a ground invasion of Rafah, where over 1.4 million displaced Palestinians are sheltering with nowhere else left to go, led by the lies of the Zionist regime in the West, who promised that they would be safe there. But we are here today, united with the global masses who are rising up against the imperial domination of the West, to demonstrate their eternal solidarity with Palestine and to refuse to allow this genocide to continue another day. Last week, Aaron Bushnell stood in this very place and self-immolated, refusing to be a tool of empire any longer. Let us remind ourselves that solidarity, in the words of the revolutionary Che Guevara, is not a matter of wishing success to the victim of aggression, but of sharing his fate. One must accompany him to his death or to his victory.
Yeah, I got thank you for that.
We, the masses of the world, share one enemy, one struggle, one destiny. Just as Aaron showed us that none of us can truly live while this system continues to run on the blood of millions, we must remind ourselves that liberation is inevitable as long as we continue to unite as the colonized and oppressed peoples of the world. As students, we must remind ourselves that each of us has a stake in this fight. Our universities are not simply places of learning. They are terrains of struggle upon which we have the power to enact the liberatory future that we seek. On our university campuses, we have been facing a mountain of repression. At American University, where SJP faces threats from their administration, who are creating arbitrary policies to repress their organizers, and who are collaborating with the FBI to target Palestinian students and organizers. At Georgetown University and Gallaudet University, where IOF war criminals and genocide apologists have been invited to speak to students and to intimidate our community. And at George Washington University, where SJP continues to be dragged into student conduct proceeding after student conduct proceeding, despite already being banned from campus, where solidarity orgs continue to be charged arbitrarily, while students continue to be doxxed, suspended, and threatened with expulsion for speaking out against genocide. They will do everything in their power to silence us, because they know, as well as we do, that our movement is only growing stronger and more powerful every day. They repress the voice of students because they fear the voice of students. They are terrified that we will see through their spiderweb of liberal hypocrisy and bourgeois fragility and become conscious of our political power. This repression may feel unprecedented, but we must remind ourselves of the generations of student organizers before us who have faced these seemingly insurmountable odds and have risen victorious. We look to our predecessors who resisted against segregation, against the Vietnam War, against South African apartheid on campuses around the country and the world. We must continue to speak out and resist our universities' complicity in genocide, who use our tuition to invest in the weapons manufacturers and defense companies that are slaughtering the people of Gaza. We have a duty to speak out, not only because it is our money being used to fund the American-made bombs raining down on Gaza, but because we share one fate with our peers all over the world struggling for liberation. How can we learn while in Gaza every single university has been destroyed and our peers are fighting for survival while being denied the right to an education? How can we learn while our peers in the West Bank are being abducted from their university campuses to languish in the prisons of the occupation? And so, we call upon all students at your high schools, at your trade schools, at your universities. We call upon you to mobilize, to speak out, to use your education to amplify the call for liberation. We call upon you to join us week after week in demanding justice, action, and for your schools and universities to divest from death. And we call upon you all to join us, Students for Justice in Palestine, in standing up against Zionism and the U.S. war machine. We are certain of our position on the right side of history. And we are just as certain that we will see a free Palestine within our lifetimes. We will never be silenced. We will never back down. And we will never, ever give up until Palestine is free. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river! From the sea to the river! Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! We will free Palestine! We will free Palestine! Within our lifetime! Within our lifetime! We will free Palestine! We will free Palestine! Within our lifetime! Within our lifetime! Thank you.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Guys, I just have a quick reminder. We do not engage with Zionists. We do not engage with any agitators. We are here for our people. We are here for our martyrs, all right? We're not giving any legitimacy to them. We are not engaging. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Make some noise! Next up, we have a speaker from AMP. Please join me in welcoming them.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Israel is a terrorist state!
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 Good afternoon, everyone! Almost 150 days into this genocide. 150 days of this country committing a genocide with our money. And we're being told
by our own government that there's nothing they can do. They give bombs, but they can't give aid. They give bombs, but they're not even allowed in. They have to airdrop aid to our people, to the people they are killing. This genocide is not just the Israeli genocide of Gaza, it is the U.S. genocide of Gaza. And they want to convince us, that anything that happened before October 7th doesn't count. But October 7th justifies everything that is happening now. How does that make any sense? We are here 150 days in, and every week gets worse and worse. We're less than a week separated from when Aaron Bushnell sacrificed his own life for the people of Gaza. And still, the conversation is, for some reason, what's going to happen with the election? We don't care about your election! Don't talk to me about November when you are killing my people now! We are dying in Gaza, we are dying in 48, we are dying in the West Bank, and we are dying here. Don't talk to me about November! There are those who have decided to take the middle ground. There are those who have decided that they are going to stay in the middle. They don't want Trump, but they don't want Biden to kill. They don't want to stop Biden from killing our people. There are those who blame us for what is going on. Those people are complicit. That's right. This government and the Israelis are guilty, but those who have chosen the middle, those who have chosen to blame us, those who have chosen to not join us in these streets, they are complicit. Aaron Bushnell said that he would no longer be complicit in genocide. Our people here in these streets have stood against their government to show that they are not complicit in genocide. If you are not with us, you are guilty of our genocide. And this is a message to all those people. To every person who has chosen to be quiet after 150 days. There are no more excuses. There are no excuses to not support the Palestinian people. There are no excuses to not be in these streets, to not be doing everything you can to stop the genocide. 150 days into this genocide, and I promise you, we are closer to our liberation. We know, we the Palestinian people who have been occupied, who have been facing genocide for over 75 years, who have been ethnically cleansed for over 75 years now, know that our freedom is around the corner. And no matter who stands against us, and no matter who chooses to support our oppressors, we promise you justice is coming. Justice is coming to the Palestinian people. There will be a day where this country will regret supporting our genocide. There will be a day where these streets, this street will be renamed for the people of Gaza, and the people of Gaza will be We will not be defeated. We will not go back to normal. Whether they understand so or not, we're never going back to normal. They are never going back to normal. Israel has lost. The Palestinian people are victorious and will always be victorious. Now let's show these people why we're here. Everyone flags up, banners up, fists up if you don't have anything. Let's let the streets of DC know why we're here. Gaza! 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 Gaza!
What we want is total freedom. Colonizers, we don't need them. What we want is total freedom. Colonizers, we don't need them. What we want is total freedom. The people united will never be defeated. 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 Free, free Palestine! 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 From the belly of the beast! From the belly of the beast! Hands off the Middle East! Hands off the Middle East! From the belly of the beast! From the belly of the beast! Hands off the Middle East! Hands off the Middle East! From the belly of the beast! From the belly of the beast! Hands off the Middle East! Hands off the Middle East! We will not be pushed aside! We will not be pushed aside! Put an end to genocide! Put an end to genocide! We will not be pushed aside! We will not be pushed aside! Put an end to genocide! Put an end to genocide! We will not be pushed aside! We will not be pushed aside! Put an end to genocide! Put an end to genocide! Say it clear and say it loud! Say it clear and say it loud! Gaza, you make us proud! Gaza, you make us proud! Say it clear and say it loud! Say it clear and say it loud! Gaza, you make us proud! Gaza, you make us proud! Say it loud and say it clear! Say it loud and say it clear! Liberation is near! Liberation is near! Say it loud and say it clear! Say it loud and say it clear! Liberation is near! Liberation is near! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Everybody make some noise! I want to try that again because we're only as strong as all of our people in the back. Can you hear me? Make some noise! I want to reiterate some of our safety guidelines for everyone in the crowd today because we keep us safe. I want everyone to look around you. If you see someone in a yellow vest, those are our marshals. Those are our comrades. They are here to keep you safe. We need to make sure that we are looking out for each other, both as organizers, as volunteers, and as community members. We keep us safe. The police are not here to keep us safe. So I need everyone to remember, we do not talk to the police. Can y'all say it with me? We do not talk to the police. One more time. We do not talk to the police. We have our police liaisons in the orange vests. If you see someone in the orange vest and you are being approached by a police officer, you direct them to someone in an orange or a yellow vest. Can I make some noise if y'all hear me? Who keeps us safe? 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 Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, statement being read on behalf of Jews United Against Zionism. Please welcome our speaker.
Okay, I want to thank our Jewish siblings for coming out on the Sabbath. Their solidarity means a lot to our movement. Okay. With the help of the Almighty, Assalamu alaikum. Due to the religious restrictions of the Jewish Sabbath, we apologize that we cannot speak to you using the microphone. But we want to use this opportunity to express our solidarity with the suffering and persecuted people of Rafah, Gaza, and Palestine. We have gathered here today to protest the 5 months of genocide in Gaza, and especially the recent brutal massacre in Rafah. Tens of thousands have been murdered, many of them buried under the rubble, so many more injured, and over 2 million people have been displaced. Israel continues to target the displaced population even in the supposed safe place. Shame! This week alone, a horrific massacre was committed while the starving people of Gaza were desperately awaiting food. There is no safe place in Gaza. When we witness these massacres happening every day, it is a moral duty of every human being to speak out against these crimes. Because we are human beings, we join today the millions of right-minded people across the globe to express our outrage and demand justice for the masses of innocent people killed, tortured, and oppressed. Our Jewish delegation here today, as in other cities, are representing anti-Zionist Jews from around the world, including in occupied Palestine, who are outraged at what is happening in front of our eyes. We are deeply embarrassed by the claim that this is being done supposedly in our name. It is a desecration of God's name when the Jewish religion is being misused to justify all these crimes. We condemn all Zionist atrocities in Palestine, especially the current Zionist brutality in Gaza and the ongoing criminal occupation. The State of Israel does not represent world Jewry nor the Jewish religion. Everything Israel is doing is in total contrast to Judaism and Jewish law. According to fundamental Jewish beliefs, Jews are in a divinely decreed exile and are forbidden to create their own state by human power. But when this state is achieved by murdering and oppressing its original inhabitants and stealing their land, this is a clear and dramatic violation of many other laws of Judaism. It is about time that the world wakes up to condemn this brutal occupation of Palestine and the oppression of its indigenous people, an injustice that has been going on for over 75 years. We must remember the great difference between Judaism and Zionism. Judaism is a religion, while Zionism is a purely nationalistic movement. To be anti-Zionist is in no way anti-Semitic. The Pro-Palestinian solidarity movement is not anti-Semitic at all. It always expresses respect for Jews and Judaism, but condemns the occupation of Palestine. We must remember the wonderful peace that existed in Palestine between Muslims and Jews, despite the differences of their respective religions prior to the introduction of Zionism. The Zionist movement is the cause of the current long conflict and continues to be the obstacle to peace. We demand not just a permanent ceasefire, but the complete lifting of the blockade in Gaza and the total end of the occupation of Palestine. From the river to the sea. We pray that this occupation ends peacefully with no more suffering for anyone. Once this obstacle to peace ends, we hope that the historic coexistence will soon be a reality again. Thank you. Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go. Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go. Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go. Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go. Thank you.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Turtle Island, but I am going to do it today. Because I have been working in this mode, in this area of solidarity with Palestinian people, with our family from Palestine for many, many, many years. I'm organizing rides. My organization is called Native Women Ride, the Indigenous Cycling Collective. And I organize worldwide with the Gaza Sunburst. So please look them up and learn about them. They are a paracycling team. They have been doing rides every 2 weeks for several years. And we finally collaborated, and so I wanted to invite everyone to come to DuPont Circle March 30th, when we will be doing our next big ride of return. The first ride that we collaborated with them on in January, we had 7 countries and 65 different states. It was amazing. So the second ride we did recently, and there was 250 people that showed out here. It was incredible. So just another opportunity to think about how solidarity works. And there's so many ways that Indigenous people can use our bodies to protect the land, to use our voices, and to come together. And cycling is a beautiful way to do it. And I just welcome everybody to come to the ride on March 30th for the Gaza Sunburst and Native Women Ride. Thank you. Keep pointing where we need the medic. If you can put up a flag and wave it, everyone else who's not near the medic, put your flags down. If you need a medic, put up a flag right next to you. All other flags stay down. If you need a medic, keep the flag high. If you don't need a medic, put the flags down. Put your signs down. Keep them up. We're good? We're good? Who keeps us safe? 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 I'm going to do a chant for the Indigenous people of Turtle Island. So when I say land, you guys say back. Can we do that? Yeah. Land, 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 Free
say all power to the resistance. All power to the resistance. All power. All power. All power. All Palestinians displaced in Rafah, many of them not for the first time. We're talking about an area half the size of San Francisco that now has a population density that is twice that of New York City. So that open air prison reality becomes that much more extreme. And we are just a few days away from Israel's planned ground invasion of Rafah. And the Netanyahu regime got the audacity to give an evacuation order, knowing that most people there don't have the capacity to leave once more. We're talking about a situation where something like 70% of all residential buildings in Gaza have been destroyed. According to the UNRWA, the 500,000 or so Palestinians that are left in northern Gaza are facing starvation and haven't received any aid since January 23rd, and it's March 2nd. And what is Washington saying? Where is Joe Biden? Y'all may have seen that he's running around talking about humanitarian airlift or something. He's talking about they're going to airdrop some aid into Gaza. We need to recognize this move for what it is, a cheap trick. You see, this maneuver from the Biden administration is meant to placate us. It's meant to demobilize us. It's meant to keep us out the street. It's meant to keep us from showing up in mass like we are right now and like we have done since October, and it has failed just like all the other Like call himself pretending to care about civilians. Pretending to care about civilians. He was on a call recently with Netanyahu himself, and he said that, well, the United States can't support this ground invasion of Rafah until you have a, quote, credible plan to protect civilians. How on earth can you protect civilians when you're talking about bombing an area that has 60,000 people per square mile? So you see the lives of Palestinian people. It's one big game to these imperialists. It's one big game to the Zionists. They care not. They revel in this bloodshed. And you and I have to remember that the oppression of the Palestinian people is crucial to the maintenance of U.S. imperialism. Why is that? Because it's understood that Israel is an outpost of U.S. interest in the Middle East region. So what that does is it ties the question of Palestine to the conditions of poor, working, oppressed, and colonized people wherever you find them on this earth. Because the United States is the largest and most sophisticated empire this world has known. Therefore, it has to have these proxies, these client states, these vassal states. Sometimes they call them junior partners when they want to make them feel better. But this is necessary to maintain this wretched system. Just the other day, Aaron Bush gave his life for the cause of freeing Palestine. Just over there. His blood, the blood of Aaron Bushnell, is on the hands of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and the whole U.S. imperialist system. And so, even though we're in a moment where our hearts are heavy with sorrow, our minds racked with grief, our bodies weary from the mental and emotional toll of watching a slaughter playing out in real time, even through that, our soul is anchored in the struggle to free Palestine, to end imperialism, and to free colonized and oppressed people wherever we find them on this earth. And I don't want us to forget the fact that this here is a global day of action. Yes. Our comrades all around the globe are taking part, coming out in support of Rafah and for Palestine. I was told that the D.C. area action alone had 65 endorsing organizations. Now that's saying something. I've been organizing in D.C. for a decade, and I ain't never seen a local action get that much support, ever. Now that tells us something, doesn't it? It tells us that despite the best efforts of Zionist Israel, despite the best efforts of the imperialist United States, despite all their attempts to crush this movement, we still stand. Not only do we stand in our movement, not only do we stand in our struggle in the streets, we stand firmly in our solidarity with the just cause of Palestinian liberation. But at this juncture, we must also ask ourselves, what is the solution? What is the conclusion of not only this particular struggle, but the systemic issues that surround it? We know that imperialism is simply the highest stage of capitalism. So what that means is that this death and bloodshed in Palestine and Gaza, it is necessary for the maintenance of this system. Just like all the bombings, the wars of occupation in Iraq and Afghanistan, all over this earth, the colonization and military takeovers and political interference in Puerto Rico, in Haiti, on the African continent, is necessary for the maintenance of this system. Capitalism needs our exploitation. It needs our suffering. It needs our oppression to even exist. And so, you and I have to take this capitalist system that needs and breeds death and turn it into a socialist system that nurtures life and life more abundantly. My friends, as I draw to a close, I don't want us to ever forget our duty, our charge, and what it is that we're here to do. And that is to continue to call to say, free, free Palestine! 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 I bring up in Sean Blackman from the PSL. Please, if you're willing to fight for the
struggle. I'm gonna do it again. Ya Shahid irta' irta'. Ya Shahid irta' irta'. واحنا نواصل الكفاح. واحنا نواصل الكفاح. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. I'm a member of the Palestinian Youth Movement. We're a transnational independent grassroots organization of Palestinian and Arab youth in the diaspora fighting for the liberation of our homeland and our people from Zionism. Today we have gathered outside of Zionist embassy after 147 days since the start of Israel's genocide. After a call of action by the youth in New York for a global day of action, we gathered alongside the global masses who have also taken up this call. From DC to Atlanta to LA to Montreal to Korea to Cuba, the masses today and every day stand with Palestine. This demonstrates the power of our movement. This shows the call of the masses to end the genocide of Palestinians, the occupation of our land, and the siege on our people. And in this time, while imperial powers are attempting to squash our resistance, it is important than ever to be unified, organized, and principled, to give each other grace, to refrain from public critiques which will only divide us. We share our revolutionary goals because they are our truth. We will create the world which we have envisioned, and we do not speak empty words, but words full of hope. A world without imperialism. A world without We push others to think outside. We push others outside to think outside of the current system because they were designed to suppress us and steal our labor and resources. As easily as they were built, these systems will be dismantled at the hands of our resistance. You don't have to be Palestinian to stand with Palestine. You don't have to be an Arab or a Muslim to stand against genocide. You just have to be a human. Aaron showed us this a week ago when he stood here and self-immolated. He gave the ultimate sacrifice with his life, and on behalf of every Palestinian, I can say we will forever remember and honor his sacrifice, as Rachel Corey and many others. The Biden administration has directly assisted the entity in carrying out its endless massacres and targeted mass killing spree. The evidence of genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity are so clear, yet they continue to send military aid and weaponry to murder our people. 5 months of attacks on residential buildings, hospitals, schools, maternity wards, cancer centers, where all hospitals in Gaza are out of service. 5 months of assassinating journalists, orphaning children, thousands of children, starving families, and wiping out entire bloodlines. All of these crimes are well documented for the world to see. All of these crimes are well documented for the world to see. And this administration dares to say that the allegations of genocide are meritless. And they shamelessly veto against a ceasefire. A veto that the U.S. has used 3 times at the useless UN Security Council to allow Zionists to invade, kill, displace, terrorize Palestinians. And God forbid you dare to resist. Then you are deemed a terrorist, you are bombarded with sanctions, and they will force every country to do the same thing with you. Thirdly, unfortunately, like every single day, another massacre was committed, the Flower Massacre. In the darkness of night, under the roar of reconnaissance aircraft, thousands of people besieged in the north of Gaza went to the coastal street where aid was entering. Risking their lives, they sat in the cold for hours, and at dawn Thursday, the aid truck entered, and they have been starved by the Zionist brutality. They desperately tried to grab the flower, only to be surprised by tanks advancing from the back and indiscriminately shooting into the crowd. The occupation snipers and and over 100 martyrs in the street, some of whom trampled by tanks. The occupation is actively attempting to cleanse hundreds and thousands of Palestinians of steadfast people in the north of Gaza to itself, doing so by creating conditions for chaos, famine, and fear. This is all punishment for their resistance and the occupation for the past 76 years. This is the occupation's plan for demographic change in the Gaza Strip. However, we will continue to resist. Gaza will continue to resist. We will continue to resist. Palestine will continue to resist. And all over the world, we will continue to fight. We will continue to fight until our homeland is liberated and our people are free. Even with a ceasefire, the work does not stop there. We will continue flooding the streets, we will continue escalating and disrupting until all our demands are met. We fight to make the impossible possible. We act to show these corrupt politicians that we are unwilling to participate in any oppressive system like this ever again. Our mourning should never be mistaken for defeat. Our mourning is mingled with rage and determination. We'll never despair, and today we embody the spirit of sumud, of steadfastness. The Palestinian people are undefeated. We are undefeated, and we will continue undefeated. Long live every form of Palestinian resistance. May we unite in a free Palestine. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
follow the lead of the marshals. We need y'all to give the marshals and the speaker system space. Everyone needs to clear a space so that we can march safely. We're going to also
ايوه يا فندم احنا طالعين مسيره دلوقتي انا هديسكونكت واطلع بالجنب نزلت دلوقتي هديسكونكت مع الجنب بس ابقى قادر اتمشى بيه ومجرد ببقى عايز صورة بس ابقى عادي.
Yeah.